Jordan Nash, and welcome to a fresh new sode of Tiger Nation. I am Noah Wessel.
And I am Troy Stoudemire. Without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
The Tiger baseball team notched a victory over Butler on Friday, thanks in part to the pitching of North Allegheny starter Jake Fishbaugh. Senior tossed a complete game shutout in the 5-0 win on the opening day of section play. Bobby Brown led the team offensively with a team-high 3 RBIs, triggering momentum from the Tiger bats. With the win, NA jumps to 4-1 overall and 1-0 in section competition. The team looks to continue its winning streak tonight in a home battle against Moon.
Well, the Lax Bros took on Western Reserve Academy and fell short in a disappointing fashion with a score of 11-10. Even with sophomore Wes Powell netting 6 of the team's 10 goals, they fell short. Also scoring for the Tigers were Trevor the Platypus Perry, Ben Manza, and Jono Pelusi. Austin the Lobster Lunt looks to net his first goal on the season, and the boys take on Butler tomorrow night, hoping to stay undefeated in section play.
The boys' tennis team traveled to Saxonburg Wednesday afternoon to resume section play against Knock. The Tigers controlled play on a windy day and walked away with a 4-1 victory. Stellar performances from multiple players allowed the team to improve to 7-2 on the season and 4-0 in section play. They take the court next on Monday for Whippeal singles.
And the NA softball team traveled to Pine Ridge on Wednesday afternoon and returned home with a convincing 15-0 victory. In a 5-inning contest shortened by the 10-run mercy rule, all 16 varsity players contributed to a solid team win. The Tiger offense pounded out 16 hits with 4 players achieving multiple hits in the contest. The girls look to continue their undefeated season on the road today at Shaler.
The North Allegheny boys volleyball team picked up another impressive early season victory on Tuesday night with a 3-1 triumph over the Butler Golden Tornado. A steady hand throughout the night was junior setter MJ Barton, who totaled a team-high 31 assists and 9 digs. However, Canyon Tuman led the charge with a total of 15 kills, taking home the Wright Automotive Player of the Match award. North Allegheny improves to 3-1 overall and in the section. Butler dips to 1-1 in section play. Tigers will have the week off. Oh, nope. They're playing tonight against Pine Richland.
Well, the Tigers TNF team took on Butler, and the boys came home with another victory. Unfortunately, the girls fell a tad bit short. Holton Folk and Devin Angermeyer swept the 300 hurdles, Ejad Bonner won the high jump, and Nick Vano won the shot put. Nick Gilosh didn't bring home any hardware, unfortunately, but he left with the most heart, spirit, and courage out of any other runner. The TNF team heads to Latrobe for the Latrobe Invitational on Friday, looking to bring home some gold. Now with all the sports coverage, we head over to Jason from the Disney Channel Earl with some coverage on the NBA playoff picture.
Well, thank you, guys. It's certainly nice to be here. I would first off like to thank Jack's Tuxedo for providing my wonderful attire today. Now, guys, NBA playoffs quickly approaching. But before we get into playoff talk, I'd like to talk about 2 games tomorrow night. The Memphis Grizzlies will take on the Golden State Warriors as Steph Curry and the Warriors look to set the record for most single-season wins. Guys, do they do it?
Well, I personally think they can do it. I'm a believer in record breakers, and I think this is a team that has a lot of talent and a lot of potential to do so.
Well, I'd like to start off and say that, Jason, you look wonderful today. I think it's a good look for you.
I agree.
But back to Golden State. I don't think they're going to do it. I just hate them, so I don't want them to win. So that's basically all I have to say about it.
Well, it's certainly going to be an exciting night tomorrow in the NBA because that game will be on ESPN at 10:30 Eastern Time. However, ESPN2, Kobe Bryant, one of the most legendary players to ever step on an NBA court, plays his final game against the Utah Jazz in the Staples Center. Now, this will not be just a celebration of Kobe's career. Utah is actually looking to fight for the 8th seed in the Western Conference, so this is an important game for the Jazz. But, of course, Kobe, in his final game as a Laker, will it be a celebration, will it be a happy event, or does Utah spoil it for Kobe Bryant?
Well, I personally think that Kobe's going to have just a tremendous night on the floor, and I think Utah's going to come up short. If not, I think Utah will spoil the event for Kobe's last game, and I personally would just hate to see that.
I think Utah's going to take home the win, but I think Kobe's going to put up a ton of shots, saying it's his last game. I saw that the ticket prices were more than that playoff game a while ago, which is insane just for one home game. But I think the majority of the shots are going to go to Kobe, and hopefully he can put up a ton of points for his farewell.
All right, now we move into the playoff discussion here. It appears at first glance that the Western Conference may have a bit more talent than the East this season. Who do you guys have coming out of your East, your West, and winning the overall title in the NBA Finals?
Well, I know if you want to tackle this one first, I'll go ahead and let you do that.
Well, I got the Spurs for one side. I think that they are a great talent. I think that they play harder basketball than Golden State. Golden State just puts up threes, and I think the Spurs are going to beat them to that. And on the other side, I got the Raptors. I love Kyle Lowry, and I think they'll put up a fight over there. But I got the Spurs winning it all. I think the Spurs are just the best team right now, and I think that they are just not going to be stopped by anyone else.
I also agree with the Spurs winning it all. I think they are the toughest team in the entire NBA. However, I do think that Cleveland is also hungry for a championship after their rough loss to Golden State in the championship last year. So I think they're going to come out hungry and with a dominant fashion.
Certainly bold predictions there, guys. Many people think it's impossible to beat Golden State 4 times in a 7-game series, but we will see. Now, in the finals game, do you guys believe that San Antonio will take it, or do the members of the East have any chance? Because it really has been a West-dominated league this year, with San Antonio and Golden State with superior records to those teams of the Eastern Conference. Will it be a sweep, or will Cleveland, or in Noah's case, Toronto, win a couple games in that final series?
Well, I believe that Cleveland can pull out some wins, whether it be San Antonio or Golden State, whoever it may be. Not saying it's going to be those two. But I think Cleveland, if they make their way to the championship game, can, without a doubt, bring home at least a couple wins in that series.
Yeah, nope. I'm saying the Spurs are just going to sweep it. I love that team, and that's all I got to say about it.
Anything else, Jason?
No, I believe that's all we have for today, guys. Certainly interesting to see how the playoffs will play out. Today's show brought to you by Media Photography. I'm Jason Earl from Tiger Nation, signing off.